Hi everybody, my name is Daniel Alonzo. I'm a National Sales Director, and with me is my great buddy, Regional Vice President Chuck Negrete. And we're just going to have a little conversation today to talk about leading from the front and why it's so critical for you to make a decision as you're building your Primerica business to lead from the front. So we're going to get it going now. So, hey Chuck, tell me, when you think about leading from the front and when that topic comes up, what sort of things come to your mind, and why is it so important? Why is it critical for people to lead from the front?
I think that the main reason why is because you got to set the example for your team. You have so many people that are watching you, that are looking at your numbers, and they're going to be watching your monthly production on a regular basis. And if you continue to lead from the front, then they're going to mimic that.
Right. So they're always watching you. It's kind of like when I was growing my business, I think back, I was kind of the rabbit. I was the rabbit in my business. So do you think it's important that's a key component to why it's important?
Absolutely. Well, not only because you're setting the example for your team and you're becoming the rabbit, but I'm a firm believer in you attract what you are, not what you want. And if you want more rabbits in your business, you got to first become that rabbit. You got to show them how to become a rabbit by being the rabbit.
Are there things that you could think back, as far as in your business right now, especially right now, I think you've averaged over the last 6 months or something like almost 9,000 in premium, or you did like over 9,000 last month in premium, and you're really starting to get your personal premium rocking right now. How are you doing that?
I'm actually recruiting people and teaching them how to set appointments and going on appointments with them.
Okay.
I know it's the first time you ever heard that, but it's kind of amazing how that works. But I stay 100% focused on results. Potential is great, but potential doesn't pay the bills.
Right.
So I stay 100% focused on getting results on a daily basis.
Right. So are there certain things that maybe you can share with us how, that you do every day? Like, what are some of the things that you do every day that keep you consistently leading from the front?
On a daily basis, first thing I always do when I wake up is I look at my Palm Pilot, my calendar of events and what I got going on, and I just track that on a daily basis. I know the night before what I'm going to be doing the next day. So I make sure I take care of, I spend some time, now everybody has a different schedule, but I spend some time on my prospecting, I spend some time on my follow-up, I spend some time on doing maybe pop buys or drop buys or something like that, and then I set aside time for appointments on a daily basis, 6 days a week.
Right.
And I do the same routine every single day. But I think it's the consistency of that that pays off.
Right.
You start to have that compound effect after a while.
And that's probably why a lot of people may have a little bit of difficulty in the business, is because it's hard for them to stay that focused, because obviously there's a lot of discipline with what you're doing right now, and there's a lot of focus.
Absolutely.
Is focus important?
Yeah, well, you know what, focus is everything. Discipline is the most important thing you could have in any type of business. I don't care whether it's a shoe store or Primerica or any other warehouse job, whatever it may be. But if you don't have the discipline to get up on a daily basis, any diet program in the world, you got to have the discipline. It doesn't matter how simple something is. If you can't do it consistently on a daily basis, you're not going to have good results.
And so do you see that a lot of people make excuses? Do you see people in Primerica, in your business? We all do.
Absolutely.
People that make excuses. Are excuses, what do you, do a lot of people make excuses, and why do they do that?
I think the reason why people make excuses and they don't follow through what they're supposed to do is because they have a lack of focus. Right. They don't have their goals written down in writing. They don't have a clear, precise mental picture of what they want to achieve in life. So they allow themselves to get disfocused really easy.
Right.
Really easy.
And when you think about like standards, what are some of the standards that you have in your business that you want to start creating in your business?
Well, I think if you're an RVP or you're a near-term RVP, you've got to set the highest standards you possibly can. Because this way, you got to understand that your team is going to do a little bit less than you on an average basis. So if your standard is 5,000 in premium, maybe 2 recruits a month, and then they're going to do a little bit less than that. So you got to set the standard just high enough to where even if they do fall short, you still have a pretty good result.
Right. And the thing that I think that people need to realize is that when you're leading from the front, you're the best. You're the best on your team. So it's like, I mean, I've heard you say the Michael Jordan thing. I mean, why the heck would we want to bench Michael Jordan, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, so you need to be, I mean, you're the best in your base shop. You need to be out there leading from the front. You need to be out there showing everybody how this thing actually works, to show them an actual standard, the way it's done. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that, you know, just like the Michael Jordan thing, the comment that I always agree with is, you know, if you're the best player on the team, if you are number one, if you're the top producer of your team, why would you ever bench yourself? You got to make sure you're out there in the field, in the trenches with the troops every single day. And I think what happens is a lot of people become RVPs, regional vice presidents, and they start to slow down. They think it's time to override, when that's when the game actually begins. You made it to the NBA, and now it's time to play your hardest.
How much money do RVPs lose by not personally producing?
It's ridiculous. Last month we did about $10,000 personal premium, a little over $10,000 personal, and it pays us about $10,000 just on my own pin.
In a month?
In a month.
Right.
That's not bad.
Right. And how many sales was that?
Probably about 12.
Okay.
About 12 sales.
And how many recruits do you think you were training, like for that month? How many recruits did you actually have?
I actively train probably 3 to 4 recruits per month.
Okay.
Whether directly I recruited them or indirectly I recruited them.
Okay, so you'll recruit somebody, you'll train that guy, but then you'll go deep, right? So you'll recruit him, and then you'll get their new recruit going out on training appointments as well, because that brand new recruit can't train anybody at this point.
Absolutely.
So you're the guy, right, racking up you know, a lot of personal premium for doing that, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, I have a couple right now that I recruited them probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and they took me to another great couple who took me to another. It's just tap rooting.
Right.
And you're gonna find your studs within that tap rooting. But if you, the leader, the best tap rooter in your business, doesn't go out there and make that happen, it just doesn't happen. You know, and you're also at the same time helping your team get width and depth by doing that for them.
So I mean, realistically, if you did this thing right, I mean, if you recruited 2, 3, 4 directs a month, and you got those new recruits off to a fast start, this thing, effectively, it would never end, right? Would you agree with that? I mean,
it's impossible for it.
Right.
I mean, you know what? One of the funniest comments I ever hear about Primerica is, you know, I'm running out of people. I ran out of my warm market. Well, you know, I probably have about 1,300 clients, and I ran out of my warm market about 12,900 ago, or 12, you know,
right,
1290.
right.
And what you got to do is you got to generate your new market. And
Right.
and the best recruit you could ever get is somebody on the kitchen table. Because think about it. They're married, they're children, they're homeowners. They're the ideal recruit for Primerica.
Right.
Now, you could also recruit the single 18-year-old, which is nothing wrong with that, but that's going to probably end up taking you to the wrong market.
Right. And pretty much where they take you is, I mean, if they're taking you to the wrong market, those people are going to probably take you to the wrong market, because like attracts like, right? I mean, hey, look, you recruit a married and home and job, and right? I mean, somebody with the perfect market, they probably know people that are in the perfect market.
Absolutely.
Right?